Welcome to the Asurface Show, where we share useful information for architects and designers, builders, developers, and industry professionals. This week we are focusing on multifamily projects. Multifamily housing presents some unique challenges. How do you create a beautiful project that's still affordable? What area on the finishes should you focus on? Where should you spend money on the finishes? We're going to discuss a couple of different areas. We're going to talk about lighting, LED lighting specifically. We're going to talk about wall coverings, and we're going to talk about flooring in multifamily projects. This week we're going to be talking about flooring as it relates to multifamily projects. We're going to talk about hardwood. We're going to talk a little bit about LVT, a little bit about ceramic, choices that you have in multifamily, which one and why. You know, we've talked a lot in the past about LVT. If you're designing or building a multifamily rental project, you have turnover, LVT is a great option throughout. It's being widely used. Some considerations you might consider: embossing and register gives it a more authentic, real look like wood, and beveled edges. With LVT, you have dry back glue down, you have rigid click systems, you have dry lay LVT, wide planks, 12 by 24 stone looks. There are many options for LVT. It's the most popular, fastest growing segment of the flooring industry, and you know, LVT has some great uses in specific areas. It's great for entranceways, hallways, corridors. Absolutely essential and widely specified in multifamily affordable projects, especially rentals. Now, there's been some interesting research out there regarding hardwood. Hardwood's obviously seen as more desirable. Research has shown that tenants will pay more for hardwood, especially the younger the tenant, the higher their tendency to pay more for hardwood. I think the facts were somewhere around, I think it was $75 a month more for hardwood on a rental, and that's from multifamilyexecutive.com. You know, but there's a lot to consider if you're designing a project, multifamily project, when considering wood. If it's a rental property, you certainly want to make sure it's a durable project, durable product. You need to make certain you have the right wear there, so it doesn't have to be replaced often. You want to make sure you include it in the right areas. It's great for living rooms, penthouses, high-end properties, obviously, but there are certain rooms in the house where you may not want to consider hardwood. I'd like to talk for a minute about economics of floor coverings, general uses, and materials that are most widely used in multifamily projects in this day and age. Things have moved away from carpet, and there's some changes. Most luxurious and considered the most high-end is real wood. This is an example of a European white oak 7-inch plank. This sells for about $8 a square foot. If you're designing a multifamily project, penthouses, this would be your go-to product of choice. Affordable units, mid-range units, rental units, and LVT is perfectly suitable. It can be priced anywhere from $8 to $3 a square foot, depending on the project. And lastly, porcelain tile will always have its use in multifamily projects. Sizes vary, prices range anywhere from $2 to, depending on the tile, upwards of $6, $7 a square foot. If you're a project owner or you're a designer and you have these lofty visions, perhaps you want to win the most desirable home of 2020, and you sit down during the design phase and you select all of these materials that are extraordinarily beautiful and extraordinarily expensive, right? So at that moment, you should be prepared that there are going to be cost overruns, and identify materials that won't break the bank that you can go to in the event of cost overruns that'll still achieve your vision without breaking your budget. For example, Let's suppose in the beginning, during the design phase, you've envisioned European white oak throughout in all the hallways, corridors, dens, living room. You've selected this handmade tile in a variety of locations, and you want to win the award, the 2018 award for the most desirable development in Washington, D.C. Project goes, cost overruns, mount, and all of a sudden you've got to scrap the original vision, value engineer, find other products. Strongly encourage during the design phase, during conception, find alternate products, find alternate items that you can use, that you have in your back pocket, that you're prepared to use in the event of crossed overruns. Perhaps this European white oak in the beginning is matched with an LVT, the same color, beveled edges, embossing and register. It's the highest quality LVT you can get that matches that aesthetic vision you had in the beginning. It's a way to keep the same project vision without driving the costs. We've covered a lot of information today. If you like what you've heard, would like more information, click on the button below, shoot us an email. Love to connect with you and talk more about multifamily projects.